Did you know that behind the radiant charisma that characterizes Leo lies one of the most complex and determined signs of the zodiac? If you are a Leo, or simply want to discover more about this fascinating fire sign, get ready to dive into all the shades of its personality. We will explore both its most admirable qualities, such as generosity, loyalty, and leadership skills, as well as its more challenging side, including pride, dominance, and its constant need for validation. Leo is a blazing force, impossible to ignore, and if you have ever felt that others don't understand your light, or if you want to know why Leo shines with such intensity, this content is for you. So pay close attention, because we are about to reveal the secrets of this sign ruled by the sun, the king star. The sun directly influences Leo, granting it an impressive vital energy and a magnetic presence that rarely goes unnoticed. That is why Leos usually stand out in any environment and naturally seek to be at the center of attention. Their energy is deeply connected to self-expression, creativity, and the need for recognition. Before we continue diving deeper into Leo's personality, we invite you to become part of our community. If this content resonates with you and you want to keep learning more about your sign or that of your loved ones, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, tell us in the comments, do you identify with what we have shared so far? We want to hear from you. Under the powerful solar influence, Leo develops a firm and luminous personality. Leo is known for being inspiring and reliable, someone who is always willing to guide or protect their loved ones. However, their need to be admired can sometimes lead them to develop an emotional dependency on external recognition. The natural warmth of Leo is one of their most outstanding traits. They deeply value sincere relationships and usually give their whole heart to those they love, but they need to feel important and appreciated. Nothing about Leo is small. Every step, every gesture, every emotion is intense and passionate. This intensity makes them unforgettable individuals. Their fiery energy allows them to face challenges with a positive attitude, and their determination makes them true conquerors of the zodiac. On the other hand, their need for attention can become a weakness if they do not learn to validate themselves from within. Understanding Leo better helps us see how this blend of confidence, drama, and inner power brings to life such a fascinating personality. This sign teaches us the power of shining with authenticity and not being afraid to show oneself exactly as one is. But what happens when Leo's natural confidence is wounded or challenged? Here is where things become even more interesting. Behind their security, Leo hides a deep emotional vulnerability that not everyone can see. Leos are known for their confidence and pride, but that external strength often conceals a constant need for love and approval. Their ego is not fragile, but it is sensitive. When a Leo faces unfair criticism or heartbreak, their inner world can begin to tremble. Their first reaction is not usually explosive, but one of wounded dignity. They may withdraw with coldness, pretending that nothing affects them, while in reality, they are deeply touched. This sensitivity makes them empathetic, even if they do not always show it. However, if a Leo feels betrayed or undervalued, their reaction can be as fierce as their roar. That wound to their pride can unleash an intense emotional storm, driven by the need to prove their worth. The inner fire of Leo burns even stronger when they feel underestimated. They do not fight over small things. Their energy is focused on great ideals, on protecting their reputation and those they love. For Leo, defending their honor and that of their people is a sacred act. Before continuing to explore the radiant personality of Leo, we want to invite you to be an active part of this community. If you are enjoying this content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave us a comment telling us if you identify with it or if you know someone who represents this solar energy well. We would love to read your experience. Understanding this passion allows us to see Leo not only as a leader, but also as an emotional guardian. They are not only intense and charismatic, but also deeply committed to those who have their loyalty. It is this combination of charisma and conviction that makes Leo so special within the Zodiac. Pride and perseverance, the secret weapons of Leo. If there is one thing that defines Leo, it is their pride. This sign does not tolerate mediocrity in themselves or in others. Their focus is set on leaving a mark. They are people who want their life to have an impact, for their actions to be remembered. In a world that is often indifferent, Leo brings passion and purpose. This does not mean they are arrogant without reason. On the contrary, every achievement they reach is backed by effort, vision, and complete dedication. Perseverance is another of their greatest virtues. When a Leo wants something, they do not rest until they achieve it. Their ambition is not superficial. It comes from a desire for personal fulfillment. This combination of pride and constant effort turns Leo into a true, natural-born leader. For them, there is no greater reward than feeling useful and important in the lives of others. Leo teaches us the power of fighting with the heart held high. Their bravery in facing challenges is admirable. However, this same pride can become their enemy when it transforms into arrogance. The line between self-esteem and vanity can be very thin in this sign. When Leo feels ignored, they may exaggerate their qualities or appear authoritarian. This constant need to stand out can drive away those who do not understand their essence. But it is important to understand that behind this attitude lies a genuine need to be loved and respected. Their sense of honor and dignity pushes them to remain firm in their convictions. Even when they are wrong, it is hard for them to admit it. Humility is not their strongest trait, but they do have a huge heart willing to forgive. Up until now, we have seen how passion, nobility, and the desire to be admired make Leo a unique sign, but there is still much more to discover. If you are enjoying this content, don't forget to subscribe and leave your comment. We want to know how you experience the characteristics of this sign, or if you know someone who embodies this solar energy. Your story can inspire others. The power of the Leo heart. Leo has an impressive capacity to love. Their devotion is total, unconditional. When they trust, they give everything. However, if they feel betrayed, the wound runs deep. They do not seek revenge, but neither do they forget easily. A wounded pride can lead them to cut ties permanently, even if inside they are suffering. For Leo, dignity is more important than an apology. They prefer to walk away in silence rather than beg for love or attention. This emotional strength, however, can become a prison if they do not learn to open their heart again. Leo's emotional challenge is to understand that showing vulnerability does not make them weak. On the contrary, it allows them to connect more authentically. To love is not to lose power, but to share it. When Leo manages to balance their need for recognition with the ability to listen and empathize, they become a source of inspiration for everyone. No one loves with such intensity, nor protects with such passion. Self-love as a guide. Leo teaches us the value of loving oneself. Their need for external shine is only a reflection of their inner light, but they must also remember that they do not always need to be at the center to be valuable. Sometimes letting others shine is also an act of greatness. This sign has everything it takes to be a wise, compassionate, and fair leader. They only need to remember that their true power is born from the heart, not from applause. With this perspective, Leo can build more balanced and meaningful relationships, where mutual respect prevails above all, the art of shining without dimming others. Leo is a fire sign, full of life, talent, and expression, but their true growth comes when they learn to share that fire instead of keeping it all to themselves. Being the sun does not mean eclipsing others, but giving light. When Leo finds this balance, they become a force of love and leadership that inspires without dominating. They can guide without imposing, protect without controlling, and love without depending. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the fiery heart of Leo. If this vision resonated with you, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our content about the signs. And of course, tell us in the comments, what do you admire or recognize the most about Leo's energy? Your voice makes this community shine even brighter. See you next time.